the 9th of April, and I just wanted to catch a quick update on how the blossom trees are looking. Now, they're not all out yet, but the flowering cherry is looking amazing with its burnt brown orange leaves and its pink flowers. I've had this tree a few years. I can't remember exactly how long, to be honest, but I got it as a small plant from the range. I've got a lot of my trees from the range actually in bargain prices over the years. I mean, obviously if you buy small plants you've got to wait longer for them to grow, but it looks magnificent. As you can see, I've been doing a bit of weeding in the borders and edging and tidying up, which is hopefully going to continue today. But this is the flowering almond, and this is a fantastic tree. Really pleased with this. If you look back, I did a video on this last year where it was the first time it had flowered in a while, because I'd moved it at one point in time and trimmed its roots. And it took a couple of years to re-establish itself again. But yeah, it looks fantastic. After it's finished flowering this year, I'm going to thin it out a little bit. There's a lot of wispy bits and a lot of crossing stems, so I want to try and keep this shape going, like of a wine glass. But it looks amazing. Let's see if we can get another angle from the other side. If you look at the flowers, really spectacular. In terms of the other trees I've got at the moment in flower, we've got a flowering we've got an actual cherry. This is not a flowering cherry, this is a cherry. Now this is a different variety cherry to this one here, but that's just re-established itself. That was again a tree that was moved, had its roots trimmed, everything else. To be honest, I cannot remember the makes of these, but I know in the past they've both flowered, they've both had cherries on, and one cherry's darker than the other, but they're both nice in terms of darker, in terms of colour. So now I'm pleased with that. Just behind that little birdhouse there, which is just there for show, picked that up from Lidl, just like the look of these little birdhouses, just for a bit of fun. Behind this one is a pear, and I'm going to put that into the ground this September because it was outgrowing its pot. So again, that's got white blossom as well, which I'm pleased with. And in terms of other colour, we're starting to see the aces come out now. There's two there. I've got one in that far corner part of the area that I'm currently tidying. I've removed the water feature that was here. I'm going to repurpose that, put some holes in it and use it for vegetables. For now I've put a few plants just in a little tub there filled with water until I decide what I'm going to do in terms of a smaller water feature and how I'm going to make one. I might just get a galvanised steel container that's half the size of that one. I haven't decided yet, but again, that's to be looked at. But yeah, in terms of the trees, there's no blossom yet on the apple or anything like that. And what was interesting to notice was the fact that the is what I was trying to do was get the idea was blossom all the way around. As you look, I've sort of achieved that. That cherry tree there behind the almond is kind of hidden unless you walk around the side, but that's fine. I've got plenty of blossom at the back, and a bit of blossom at the front. Yeah, yeah, I think it's okay. I could have tried to add a blossom tree on this side maybe further down here, but then you've got to think about the long term height of the tree. What the plan originally was, and it still could be, was I've got magnolia in the corner which has flowered for the first time this year. It's only small. Now them flowers are fading as these flowers are coming. That one didn't flower. That's the first year it's been put into the ground. So my original thought was that I'll end up at the same time of blossom all the way around as things get bigger. But I'm not sure that's the case. However, we did have Storm Dave, as many will know, and that blew the garden to pieces. So maybe that would have impacted some of the blossom on the magnolias because that was out first. Time will tell. But yeah, I'm pleased. I'm pleased how it's looking. It's good to notice that on the 9th of April and over this weekend, up in the last couple of days, we're starting to see all this blossom coming out now. Unfortunately, with the storms and the winds, this blossom's not lasted very long, which is a bit of a shame.